That generally sums up the feelings of the day-to-day. We're here till 7. Why? Because I'm a nice guy. Rico joins me. Rico's at his dentist right now. So we'll check in with him tomorrow.
Wait a second. Doesn't he have a thing with the dentist?
Listen, all I know is he says it's full service.
Okay.
The point is the Tigers won the game. The Tigers win game 1, the game you expect to win, because Scooble's on the mound. And I understand, people are going to, if you want to call in and freak out about the 9th inning, all I would say is welcome to October baseball. You're not playing the Rockies on a casual Thursday afternoon. And although I don't think a lot of the Astros, Rieger, you agreed with me, we wanted the Astros over the Orioles.
Absolutely.
Primarily because the bottom 5 people in that lineup may, in fact, be dead.
Very pitchable. Yeah, you're not a fan of Jason Hayward, apparently. I come to find out.
He's a corpse. The point is, the Tigers win another game, and they do it exactly the way they've been doing it for a month and a half, you want to call it? I mean, I almost want to say 2 months.
It's been like 2 months.
But you start the game, Carpenter's on the bench, Keith's on the bench. You got Andy Ibanez, who's won for his last 1,000.
But it was against the lefty.
Right, but you get the point. They do it the way that they've been doing it. Oh, it's a 3-0 count to Jake Rogers. F it. Another swing away.
Turns into rake.
Look, they get contributions from everybody. Scooble does exactly what he does. 6 innings, essentially unhittable baseball. They piece it together. You bring in Mariano Rivera, a.k.a. Bo Brisky. You bring in Will Vest. It doesn't matter. You bring in Holton, and you piece it together. And it just, look, I'm done trying to figure it out. So you got the game we all believe they would get, which is Scooble game 1. The question, can you finish this out, piecing it together 2 more times against Houston? I say yes. I think your weaknesses come out in a 5 as certainly a 7-game set. But I had a weird confidence today. You were gripping. You were a disaster in the night.
What did I tell you? I told you no Jason Foley because of this great bullpen, and they're pretty damn great. He is the most hittable pitcher out there, and he's got control issues, and you saw it pop its ugly head in the 9th inning. But then Bo Brisky comes, and I just read this stat, Michael. Some dude that covers minor league baseball.
Oh, what a source.
That's right. Bo Brisky has never thrown above 99.5 miles an hour.
He did it 7 times today.
Today he hit 103 times. He's unbelievable. See, this is where I differ from you, though, because you talk about the next game. So Kikuchi's going to go for them tomorrow. Tomorrow you throw Holton or you throw Brisky, then you go to a bulk guy, or hell, you throw 9 different relievers out there.
Okay.
What I think is you can't deny this works. So, and I think it works in pretty much any situation. I like the fact that Houston kind of didn't know what was coming at him.
Where do you disagree with me again?
No, as far as a longer series or as far as maybe it being tougher to win without Tarek Skubal on the bump.
You're just not going to be able to pitch him as much, and you don't have another starter.
That is true.
I got to see it to believe it over a 7-game, but that's not what we're dealing with right now.
Right now, you win tomorrow, you're in Cleveland on Saturday.
That's it. And then you'll face Cleveland. The challenge, do you pitch Skubal shorter rest to try to get him twice in the series?
Which I don't think they will.
Well, it's a delicate balance. I mean, you're in the playoffs. Look, first order of business, you got to win 1 more here. Getting game 1 now changes hope to expectation for me.
100%.
I hope they would win this first series. I thought they could. They got the team I wanted, which is old-ass Houston. If they don't get this done, that would be disappointing.
I'll be devastated.
Not angry, not mad. I tip my cap for what this crew of young guys has accomplished. I'm just saying, hey, now we got game 1 in your pocket. I can't lie to my listeners and be like, well, it'll be no big deal. You got game 1, man. You got 1 more game to get. And frankly, this team's got about 2.5 hitters because Yordan Alvarez walks around like Gator.
You're right. Tucker, Altuve, and Bregman, right? And Alvarez is pretty much, he's got a banged up knee. And they weren't sure he was going to play.
Dude, he hit a ball off the wall. He was on first.
Here's the big difference, too. Like Parker Meadows, Jake Rogers, Trey Sweeney, your 7, 8, 9 guys, combined 4 hits, 2 RBI. All 3 RBI, by the way, with 2 outs. Their 7, 8, 9 hitters, stink.
Well,
dead.
And again, you're seeing the differential between what you've created, right, where AJ can mix and match, and he has options, and the batting order doesn't even matter.
It doesn't.
So like Houston, where you've got these nonsense players like Duvall, Chas McCormick, Jonathan Singleton. I mean, just losers. So, yeah, it's not surprising that, look, man, If you can navigate that top 4 of their order, your pitching's good enough to really turn it into kind of a 3 or 4 inning game because they're going to send a lot of guys to the plate that just can't hurt you.
Do you believe in history? I'll give you a quick history lesson. I'm sure you know this already, but there's been 8 of these best of 3 wild card playoff series. 7 of them have been sweeps. 6 of them won by the road team, and all of them won by the team that won the first game. Meaning,
it's good data right there.
Thank you. I work hard. Meaning
No, you do. I wasn't. Unlike the guy you host normally.
Oh, I thought that was sorry. No. I'm used to the sarcasm. I apologize.
Jeff, nobody works harder than you, man.
Thank you, buddy. But meaning the Tigers are in a pretty damn good shape.
They're in great shape.
Here's the other thing. If I could just look forward, just a quick second.
Saturday night, you'll have Michigan on the iPad, and you're going to have the Tigers and Guardians on the big screen.
Which probably not Scooble starting game 1.
I'm not going to say that.
But anyway, my point is, though, I love the fact, too, that both the Yankees, your guys, and the Guardians, they've been waiting forever. You take a baseball team and you give them a week off in the playoffs?
See, I don't mind it.
You don't? See, no. I think that maybe I'm just thinking
you got to remember,
6 and 12.
Cleveland's dealing with a lot of tired ball players. You know, Quan has been playing through a ton of injuries.
They got pitching issues.
Lane Thomas has been a high usage guy. They needed a break. J-Ram's not a spring chicken. I don't mind the rest at the end of it.
But again, isn't Cleveland similar to Houston? They're so pitchable. I feel once you get past Naylor and Juan and Ramirez.
I told you, there's one team in the AL that I just don't think you're beating. Both because it is a 7-game set and because, unlike the Astros, who won a whopping 2 games more than you, look, the Yankees have been the class of the league all year long. Now, again, Yankees still have to get there. They could easily gag and lose their series. I'm not going to limit what this team can do because, as you said, it's working. And look, you heard it on the broadcast, and then you brought up something that Jeff Passan said. I think the fun of this is the following. On the broadcast, Tim Kirchin, who shouldn't be on the broadcast, he's atrocious with that squeaky voice of his.
Hey, leave squeaky voices alone. Come on. That's right.
The point is, Kirchin said he talked to a member of the Tigers coaching staff, and he goes, did you see any of this happening? And the guy was like, are you kidding me? No. And then Jeff Passan said he got a text from AJ, and basically it was, can you effing believe this? Close quote.
Yeah, that's what Passan said yesterday.
That's the fun. There's no one within this organization that can even pretend, and they're not trying, can pretend they expected any of this.
No.
That's the magic. It's the innocence of it because you get to have fun. Notice the difference in watching the Tigers right now and watching the Lions. When you're watching the Lions, they are the victim now. They have the burden of immense expectations where you don't get to just have the enjoyment of watching the games. With this, I've said it's house money and people get upset by it, but it is. This is wholly unexpected and it's fun. So you just ride it. This is a wave. I think look, it's nothing I didn't say yesterday. I think they're going to beat Houston. I think you are going to be Saturday night, you personally, Barca Lounger.
Let's go. I'll go to Cleveland. I got family members in Cleveland.
Stupid little Frangelico that you
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I believe you called it liquid diabetes one time.
It is.
I gave you a nice little bottle and you spit it out. It's very disrespectful.
The point is, your stinky shoes,
yeah,
your Barca Lounger,
and
your Frangelico. Saturday night, I truly believe in my heart the Tigers will be playing the Guardians.
I don't think there's any question. And here's the other thing, too, when we get to the calls, Mike, but I got to be honest, dude. Like, maybe I'm on crack, okay? Sunday I was on the radio from the ballpark. And I said, I want the Astros. You said you wanted the Astros. People called me up. Oh, you're a moron. You got a bunch of lefties pitching to the Tigers. You can't play Carpenter. You can't play Keith, right?
Did Carpenter start the game today?
No, and you got him in.
Start the game today.
No, and he walked twice.
Right.
So both beneficial for the team.
They're not getting it. This is the problem. But again, it's a fan base that has been disengaged from this team all year.
I mean, hell.
And I'm not mad at them. I'm saying they don't get it. Go watch the movie Moneyball. That's what you're executing here. It's a 26-man roster. Everybody plays. All the time.
But I also think AJ wanted this. AJ had the chance to try to win on Sunday and get Baltimore. Baltimore probably a little tougher team. AJ wanted this. And I listened to him talk on Sunday. He's a little arrogant, which you would expect him to be. He wanted this. And I don't think there's any question they win this series.
Anybody who follows the sport wanted Houston. Baltimore, listen, I just didn't like the idea of them getting healthy. And they have a hammer at the top of the rotation in Corbin Burns. Framber
Who, by the way, has
Valdez,
dominated the Tigers twice in 2 weeks.
once again, Framber Valdez, on the other hand, is a nut job, and he's soft, and he's terrible in the playoffs. Then you have Hunter Brown and Kikuchi. Sorry, that doesn't really worry me. From a lineup standpoint, they got a top 4, nothing else. The Orioles, it's more of a fluid lineup. It's more elongated.
By the way, David just whispered in my ear very sexually, actually.
Ooh, oh.
Yes, whispered. It's very, very passionate. Apparently, Hunter Brown, the Wayne State product, starting tomorrow. So UC Kikuchi, the lefty that they traded from the Tampa Bay or Toronto Blue Jays, is going to be there for Game 3.
Okay.
So there you go. Little update. We have no idea who the Tigers are starting, but I would assume it's going to be exactly like it normally is. It's going to be Tyler Holton, or it's going to be Brendan Hanafy, or,
it doesn't matter. Listen,
or it's going to be Bo Brisky.
You're overthinking.
I agree.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but Mike, this is now, okay, and I don't care about expectations. I don't care about money in the bank, gravy. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
But now that you know you can win this series, and history tells you you're going to win this series, I start thinking about how far this team can go. And I'm curious who the hell's with me, because I think you can beat the Guardians in a best of 5. Now, maybe you're thinking you'd rather get the Yankees in a best of 5 because you only have to beat them 3 times instead of 4. Doesn't matter. And I do think that it's going to be a hell of a series against the Yankees simply because of AJ and his big brain bullpen. I mean, that's what this is. This dude and his matchups, it's unreal.
First of all, it's radio gold.
That's fantastic.
Me being a Yankees fan, it's radio gold. But my point is they can take this. Why can't they take it the whole way?
I don't think I agree with you.
My whole point is, of course it's possible, because I've given up explaining it. We've done every different, Rieger, I think the thing that's exhaustive is, and I've left it behind the last couple of weeks, is I spent the first couple of weeks of September trying to figure out how it was happening. And then I just decided to submit and go, you know what, F it. I'm going for a ride. I'm having a good time. And when you leave it behind, it's like you still love doing this whole bit of like, oh, my God, it's Bob Gunther and his 80 RA at Toledo. It doesn't
It's
matter.
Sean Gunther.
I don't care.
It's Brendan Hanafy. Ty Madden. I call them the Toledo 4.
But
don't disrespect them.
It doesn't matter. Whoever AJ is putting in there, it's very much like the Patriot way.
Yeah, but
do your job.
But it does matter, because these guys all throw harder than they ever have. They're all better than they've ever been. It's effing insane. So while you say you're over it, I'm not over it. I'm still trying to figure out how they're doing it.
I'm over trying to figure it out, and I'm overacting like, oh no, it might end. What signs do we have that it's ending? We have none. Just enjoy it.
I heard the midday show today talking about momentum. This is so. What was that? One more time. It now has music behind it?
Listen.
Wow. Anyway, I heard the midday show talking about momentum, and they were going back and forth. They think the momentum can ride the Tigers. This is way more than momentum. They're just a good baseball team. You can't do what you've done for 3 months, the second half. You can't do that and not be a good baseball team. And moving forward, I got confidence. Here's the other thing I'm sick of, though. Can one national media member actually watch the effing Tigers? I had to listen to Buster Olney yesterday calling this the miracle on ice. Oh, if the Tigers can beat the Astros. Shut up. Come on, watch the team. Understand.
He called beating the Astros the miracle on ice?
Yes, he said AJ Hinch was going to go behind each player at whatever they call that ballpark, Minute Maid, and act like he's Herb Brooks, because this is such an underdog story.
Okay,
when you look at
terrible
they were a plus 130 to win the series. It's almost even money.
Well, plus 130 today with the best pitcher in the league was free money.
Yes, I would agree.
That was ridiculous. Look, man, you're never going to get the national media, and the television broadcast was an atrocity as well.
Yeah, not great.
Michael Kay spends his year with the Yankees. Tim Kirchin, I don't even know why he's there. Look, it was awful. The whole thing was awful, and you could tell they don't watch the Tigers. But see, that's an industry issue, and listeners don't care. I'll leave it alone. Don't expect people to have watched this team when people locally didn't. You can't put that on anybody. No one knows these people because the people in the organization didn't know these people. Dan Dickerson didn't know these people. He said it to me in this very office. No one knew these people. So you just roll with it. Rieger, there's no sense trying to figure it out. You just go. And you're like, oh, well, who are they going to start tomorrow? It does not matter.
Fair, but it's so much fun.
Nor are you going to know the answer.
Well, yeah, I think I know.
What's the lineup tomorrow? It doesn't matter. This isn't 2012. There isn't a set lineup. It's Moneyball.
Stop taking away my fun. I
I'm
want
not
to think
taking-
about these things.
No, I'm saying
I get
that is the fun. The fact that you just went into Houston and you didn't put a couple of your better hitters in the lineup and won a playoff game speaks to exactly how they're doing this. Yes, there's an element of witchcraft to it. I'm sorry.
Oh,
there is.
voodoo. Don't tell Justin Henry Malloy. He got offended when I asked him that.
Why?
I asked him if there's magic or voodoo, and he said he follows Jesus, so he doesn't believe in
Oh,
voodoo.
come on. You can't take it that literal. Are
That's what
you
he
kidding
said.
me?
That's what he said to me.
David, are you kidding me
I
with
quickly
that?
apologized, and I walked away. But, dude, whatever he's doing, keep doing it, because he had a hell of a game. They put him in the 2 spot. He walked once. He got a hit once. I mean, he can work a count.
And then they move him out and they put somebody else in.
Then they pinch hit Kerry
I
Carpenter
need
for him.
Hatterberg at first. It's Moneyball. So my whole point is you just submit to it. I don't even care what the lineup is. You turn the game on, you watch it.
But the fact
and
that-
know that lineup won't look that way by the 4th inning.
The fact that they won today at least eases all the wonder about if they're a real playoff team, because there was a chance. I think some people thought like,
Who didn't
they're
think
gonna
they were a real
they're gonna
playoff team?
But real quick, because this has been so fluky and so weird and nobody expected it. There was a chance they go into Houston. You're thinking if they get rolled, you're like, all right, see, the whole thing was them just getting hot. What you saw today is them telling everybody we're real.
Do you know what a bad take it would be to go on the radio and be like, well, see what? They've had a miraculous run. It's been incredible. Do you know what playoff baseball is? A coin flip. Playoff baseball is the most coin flippy thing in the world. It's really hard to win it. I think at least 3 or 4 times in the last 15 years, my baseball team's been the best one in the game. You know how many World Series appearances we have? 0.
Oh, yeah, Tigers beat them a couple times.
No,
That was fun.
my point is it doesn't work that way. So it's just game by game. Anyone who was going to be negative if they lost this series, that's an awful.
But I'm not talking about negative. I'm just talking about to ease the fans' belief. Like, if you had any thoughts that they weren't real or fluky or just like riding momentum, I think today told you a good baseball team. Thank you.
2-4.
I think everybody, Detroit is hard right now.
Dave, you want to just
No, I'm sorry.
isolate that one?
No.
2-4.
But they are.
539-9797. We'll get to your phone calls next. We're taking you to 7 o'clock. 97.1.